Next question. As per approach, how value of the firm can be calculated? That is a question. So please write an answer. As per Modi-Gilani-Miller approach, comma, value of firm is calculated using following formula. In the Pareto, NP0 is equal to N plus delta N into P1 minus I plus P. P stands for the profit divided by 1 plus K. This is a simple formula which is required to be applied to compute the current value of the firm. N plus delta N into P1 minus I investment plus P profit divided by 1 plus K. Chalo. So understanding the derivation of the formula, before that suggest I am writing the full form. NP0 is current value of firm N is existing number of shares delta N is change in number of shares P1 is market price of the share at the end of year. I is investment. P is profit. K is cost of equity. This is what we understand. Understanding the derivation of the formula. To explain that, say I'm just taking a few values. First of all, a retained earning is calculated as profit of the company minus dividend payment. So it is P, that is profit, minus ND1. N is what we understand is the existing number of shares into D1 is the dividend paid to the existing shareholders at the end of the year. So retained earning is equal to this. Then new issue in amount term. What is the amount of the new issue which is required to be made? It is investment I minus retained earning. So it is I minus, what is retained earning? It is profit minus ND1. So it is I minus P plus ND1. That is the way we have the new issue. In amount term. Okay. Now we understand that, say, what is delta N? Delta N is indicating the number of shares which are required to be issued at the end of the year to finance the requirement of the balance funds. It is the new issue in amount term divided by P1. P1 stands for the price of the equity share at the end of the year. So new issue in amount term is equal to delta n into P1. That is the way. So we have the delta n P1 say as a formula like this. So delta n into P1 is equal to I minus P plus ND1. This is the way we have a kind of equation number 1 which is going to be helpful to us later on in the derivation of the formula. Now going further, dear students, we already have understood one thing, that current market price of the equity share is equal to dividend income that investor is going to receive at the end of the year plus price of equity share that investor is going to receive at the end of the year divided by 1 plus K. This is what we have understood for one share. End of year 1 cash inflow discounted. Now instead of one share, let us say that I am talking about the entire company. Then in that case, what will happen, dear students? NP0 is equal to, means current value of the firm is equal to ND1, means dividend paid to the existing shareholders at the end of the year, plus NP1, that is value of the existing shares at the end of the year, divided by 1 plus K. This is for the entire firm. Next, now what I am doing for the purpose of derivation, I am doing something like this. NP0 is equal to ND1 plus NP1 plus delta NP1 minus delta NP1. In a way that one value is added and the same is deducted. For the purpose of derivation, we are doing like this. Whole divided by 1 plus K. Okay. NP0 is equal to ND1 plus, over here friends, what I am doing, this P1 is common. So I am writing over here N plus delta N into P1 minus this delta N P1 is replaced with this value. It is I minus P plus ND1. Okay. Bracket over. In a way that say, so this is written in the bracket. Whole divided by 1 plus K. Now NP0, that is current value of the firm, is equal to ND1 plus N plus delta N into P1. When you open the bracket, this becomes negative. So minus I. When you open the bracket, this becomes positive. So plus P minus ND1. Whole divided by 1 plus K. Okay. Now this ND1 is positive and this ND1 is negative. Both of them are cancelled against one another. And we are having so the current value of the firm as N plus delta N into P1 minus I plus P divided by 1 plus K. So using Modigliani-Miller approach, we are required to apply this formula for the purpose of calculation of the valuation of the firm. This is what we understand.